boy ran with all his might and sprung high in the air, his hand outstretched to touch the sun, to feel its power in his hands. But the sun was elusive. Each time, just before the boy could have it in his grasp, the sun would change direction. One evening, exhausted from trying to catch the sun, he went to his father and breathlessly said, "Father, why does the sun always jump away when I want to catch it?" His father considered him thoughtfully. "If you were the sun, would you stand by idly and allow a total stranger try to grab you?" The boy shook his head slowly. But he could catch everything else, the lizards crawling on the walls, the birds nesting in the trees. Why couldn't he catch the sun? His father could see the determination burning in the boy's eyes. He knew he wouldn't stop until he caught that sun. The sun jumps because the earth is rotating on its axis. If you want to catch the sun, you must first stop the earth from rotating. "But what is an axis?" the boy asked. "The center," his father said. For days, the boy thought of how to stop the earth from rotating. He fantasized about showing his friends the sun glowing in his pocket the way the fireflies he caught did. Finally, he came up with a plan. He would tie the earth to his waist, and while he was jumping for the sun, if the earth decided to rotate again, he would stop it. He did this 3 times and gave up. The earth seemed to move without him knowing. The boy returned to his father again. "Father," he said, "the earth seems to rotate without me noticing." "Well, have you tried sneaking up on it?" his father said. The boy had never thought of it this way. He thanked his father and left, but before leaving, his father slipped a note into his left jacket pocket. Later the following evening, while the earth rested, the boy snuck on a cliff. He ran silently, fast, and in a quick burst, leapt in the air. When he landed, he had caught something. It was the sun. He slipped it into his right jacket pocket and returned home excitedly. He showed the sun to his father and his friends, and they all applauded him. He had achieved his goal, the power of the sun in his hands. But the next day, however, something strange happened. The cock did not crow in the morning, and the bus did not come around to take the boy to school. The world had been plunged into darkness and an eternal sleep because the sun had not risen. Even the boy's father slept. The boy walked around the empty town streets with no one to play with no one to gush over his son. He knocked on the door of his friends, but all he got back was the contented sound of everyone sleeping. By the 3rd day, the boy knew something was wrong. Ever since he caught the sun, things had changed. He had gotten what he wanted, but had lost everything else. The sun, his prized possession, had suddenly become worthless to him. Grabbing his favorite jacket and some bread, he walked back to the cliff where he had leapt from. He took the sun out of his pocket and glanced at it. He knew he had to let it go if things were to return to normal. Opening his hands, he let the sun drift away freely. With the sun gone, the boy felt an inner peace return within. He reached for his bread in his left jacket pocket and felt something inside. He took it out. It was the paper his father had slipped into his pocket days prior. He unfolded it and stared at the bright blue ink. "Son," his father said, "some things are not meant to be caught."